can't see anything. These aren't my real glasses. I can't see anything. Hello? Hello? Double glasses. Double vision. So the game does pre-compile the shaders, which is nice. There's like a big screen at the start. It takes like 5 minutes to actually compile them. Is it frozen? Hello? Hello? Unfreezioso. I don't have a wand. I'm not really Harry Potter. I think this is karma for buying it. I think this is karma. Oh, it started. Oh, it's preparing the shaders again. Right. Can I play this game with my PlayStation 5 controller? It's got PlayStation buttons by default. Nice. You got the accessibility menu to start with. Accept all the terms of service. You can link your accounts, but I don't have a WB account, I don't think. If I do, I don't remember making one. So skip that. Hardware benchmark. Graphical settings are already set to recommended levels, which is high. Now this game, I'm a bit worried how it's going to run because it says you need like a 5700 XT for like 1080p 60, which is what I've got. But I'm playing at 1440p, so I'm a little bit worried. There is a benchmark. We could try the benchmark. It's got ray tracing, but I don't have a ray tracing capable card. Let's run the benchmark. Yes. What? That wasn't a benchmark. That's not what a benchmark is. A benchmark is goes to black, comes back up. It has a little camera that swings through the environment and you get to see your frame rate. I don't think this game knows what a benchmark is. Windowed full screen. There's no like exclusive full screen option. FSR2, we'll have that on. We'll probably put it on balanced because it's kind of hard to tell a difference anyway. Oh, it's got all of them. It's got FSR2 and FSR1. Interesting, but it doesn't have DLSS. Let's turn film grain off, but I'll keep these on. Field of view slider, frame rate. Goes up to 360 frames a second. I guess we'll put it at my monitor's refresh rate. So yes, all my life I have been called Harry Potter, and finally I can exploit that and use it to my advantage by playing Hogwarts Legacy and making myself Harry Potter. A bit weird because it's 100 years before Harry Potter, but I don't care. It's a fantasy game. I do what I want. It's magic. Do what I want. I'm wearing double glasses because I had these very cheap Harry Potter glasses. However, I can't see with them, so I've got them over my real glasses. We'll see how long I can wear them like this for before I go cross-eyed. In recent times, I don't look as much like Harry Potter because I have long hair now. Most of the time. I used to look more like Harry Potter when I didn't have long hair. However, we can make our character look like Harry Potter in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, where he has longer hair. So I'm probably going to bring up a picture of him from the 4th film and try and make my character look like that. But this is what happens when you first go into the game. We are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a 5th year student. So I'm 15. Which kind of is almost in line with Goblet of Fire, where he's got the long hair. 1 year out. Pretty close. Term begins on the 1st September. Preliminary supplies have been collected for you and will accompany you on your journey to the castle. As you may be aware, the decree for the responsible restriction of underage sorcery prohibits the use of magic by those under the age of 17 outside school. However, due to your unique circumstances, the Ministry has gracefully agreed to allow Professor Eliza Fig to help you hone your spell casting before escorting you from London to the castle for the start of term feast and the sorting ceremony. Yours sincerely, M. Weasley. Professor Weasley, Deputy Headmistress. Let's go. Right. So there's a lot of presets already. Wow. Like this is a pretty good default looking man like me. I'm going to go and just get a image of Daniel Radcliffe from the 4th film. I've got this photo here I'm going to look at. So I think we'll probably pick this as a benchmark. Oh, this is a pretty good benchmark, actually. A pretty good starting point to make Harry Potter from the Goblet of Fire. Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? He said calmly. Right. Skin colour. As white, as pasty white as possible. I'm whiter than this. What about Irish people that play this game? They need to be just a ghost. Ghostly white. Is it Irish people? Yeah, Irish people. Irish people. Ginger Irish people. Glasses? Yes. I mean, most definitely. Face shape. Looking at... I've put the image of Daniel Radcliffe next to me on OBS, and I actually do look quite a bit like him. I can't believe it. I've noticed that these glasses are massive, though. The circles on these are massive compared to what they should be. Ugh, like comically sized Harry Potter glasses. What were the face shape? That's pretty close already, really. As Daniel Radcliffe has got older, he's quite chiseled. He's got quite a square face now, Daniel Radcliffe. Hopefully you can maybe change it later down the line if you don't get it exactly right. Hairstyle. I mean, the hairstyle's pretty bang on, really, already. Like, even to me, my hair's just a little bit longer than this. Complexion. I mean, he has a scar. But I don't think you can have that scar. Because he doesn't exist yet. So I guess no scar. What about the nose? Can you change the nose? Eyebrow shape. Got quite thick eyebrows, like me, which may be why I get called Harry Potter a lot. Can I have these without the little gap in them? It appears to be them. Okay. They look pretty good. That eyebrow colour, I guess would just be that eye colour. So he's got blue eyes. Yes. One bit of trivia I know is that they gave him contact lenses, but he was allergic to them. So they couldn't end up using it, I don't think. So they had to, like, I don't know what they did. CGI'd it? I have no idea. That kind of blue? That kind of blue? They're not like dark blue like that, are they? I think they're more lighter than that. Like that, I guess? There's not like a huge amount of like granular detail. There's a lot of options, but not like you can't like individually like move bits of the face. You can't like change the nose individually or the eyes. I mean, it doesn't quite look like him. But I'm not sure if I can do much better than that, really. You can't make your skin like white enough. I need to be I've never been outside. I don't see the sun. I don't get tanned. So we're using this face. Maybe try a different face. Oh, that's more like him, I think. Harry Potter and the train. Harry Potter and the train. He got on the train. The end. Okay. So that looks right. That looks like him. Okay. Finalize your character.
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
What the fuck? That sounded like really like it had a gun to it, her head then. Like, I'm really going to enjoy this.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade. A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be... I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
What the fuck? Hello, I am a robot.
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
I think that's pretty close.
That was quite something. A few cobwebs and
let's
some
play
dust.
on
Nothing
hard.
to be concerned about.
Name your character. Hoff Potter. There you go. Start your journey. Let's see how it runs, shall we? Well, OBS is not liking it already, I can tell you that.
It appears we are almost ready to depart.
Professor Fig.
It's a pity we didn't have a bit more time to spend on spellcasting. I presume you've been practicing the spells we worked on.
I have, Professor.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never seen anyone
quite a
take so quickly
reverberating
to a second-hand
voice.
wand. You'll be a force to be reckoned with when you get your own.
Thank you, Professor Fig. I appreciate you working with me before the term begins.
Eleazar!
So I believe
George,
Simon Pegg
glad
actually
my rather
plays like
cryptic
the
description of our
headmaster,
location did
which
not
is
thwart
pretty
your
cool.
finding us.
I've apparated to more vaguely defined destinations than this. Though I confess I may have miscalculated slightly on my first try. Gave quite the fright to some theatre-goers in the West End.
It's been much too long. When I received your owl, I must say I...
Best not speak here, Eleazar.
Of course.
Eliezer. Eddie
Why don't we
Izzard.
speak en route to Hogwarts? We have a start-of-term feast and a sorting ceremony to get to.
Wonderful idea. As long as your young charge here doesn't mind me tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you.
Ages since I've been to the castle. Would be good to
Hedwig.
see the old pile of rocks.
Where are the horses? Can I only see them if I've seen someone die? It flies. That's why. Big Ben. Elizabeth Tower. That was a bit creepy. Contortionist. Dun-dun-dun. Warner Brother Games present. The game you've been waiting for 20 plus years. Avalanche. But not the same Avalanche that made Just Cause? Or is it? I don't know. Portkey Games, Wizarding World. Well, I hope it runs well. I guess we'll see. I'm playing this on PC. It shouldn't stutter because there's pre-shading of
Glad I caught you before you left for
caches.
Scotland.
Pre-caching of the shaders.
Just barely.
And who is your traveling companion?
A new student.
New?
At the
Yes,
age of
sir.
15,
I'm starting school as a fifth
which
year.
is a bit weird.
How extraordinary.
Yes.
It is indeed. None of the faculty has ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
Nor have I.
It's because being
Of
like
course,
11
as
years
the other
old
fifth
and
years will have
killing
been honing their
everybody would be a
magical
bit
skills
weird.
for 4 years now, the headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed a bit before the term begins.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive and gifted wizard.
Wizard.
Mr. Osric is prone to flattery. I dare say it's one of the reasons he's risen so far at the ministry.
Have you seen this?
Have you seen this man?
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat Ranrock really is.
Ranrock. Doesn't sound like
Although I've
Ragnarok
yet
at
to
all, does
convince
it?
my colleagues at the ministry, I believe he is a significant threat. And it was your wife, Eleazar, who alerted me to his activities months ago.
Miriam? How?
She wrote to me about Ranrock before she died, wondering what the ministry knew about his activities. Before I could respond, I received this. It was the last thing she sent me.
An Elder
Eleazar.
Scroll?
It came to me via her owl, but with no correspondence. I can only assume
That she had to get rid of it quickly. To keep it safe.
presumably from Ranrock. I cannot open it. Whatever magic protects this is powerful indeed.
It looks like goblin metal. That symbol.
What's that glow?
I don't see a glow.
I'm the chosen one.
Why?
I am the chosen one.
Merlin Merlin's beard.
How did you...
Wait! We did.
Holy shit. Whoa. I think he might be dead. Fucking hell. Holy shit. It's a bit of a dark start. Just kill someone off immediately. Fucking hell. Oh, I can see them because I've just seen death. That's cool.
The key! Give me your hand!
Star Wars. Doesn't even need a wand. Squirrel.
Are you alright?
Hoff Potter.
You're hurt.
Pained cry.
Perhaps a bit.
Take this. It's Wiggenweld potion.
An Estus
That
flask.
stuff will right you in a second.
G to heal. I'm using a PlayStation 5 controller.
What happened?
Poor George. I can't believe he... What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never...
Professor? Sir,
Is it me,
Where are
or
we?
does the audio
I'm not sure.
sound like it's
But that key
echoey
you
a bit?
discovered was clearly a port key.
port key.
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
Very fancy.
I'm feeling better, sir.
This ain't
If
your
you'd
regular
like to
Harry
grab
Potter
it.
game. This has got some
I would,
insane budget behind it.
but stay
Clearly.
close. We've no idea who created this port key. Or
Okay,
why.
it is time to see how it is running. And we are not hitting 60, but my god, this game uses an insane amount of RAM. 22 gigabytes of RAM. Fucking hell. Okay, we can hit above 60. Just not if we look in certain places. But it's pretty close. And the frame time graph is pretty damn smooth, to be fair. You can save whenever you want. Nice. I'm going to close that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So let's have a quick look at the settings, shall we? Oh, we do have FSR 2 on. If we turn FSR off, how's it running? I can put it to 1440p, which is my actual resolution. I don't know why. It thinks it's on the wrong monitor, which is weird. It's not running that much worse, really, but OBS can't handle it. Wow. OBS can't handle it when you change a setting. OBS, please. You can do it. I believe. So FSR 2 doesn't really seem to be doing that much. This seems to be happening a lot in games lately, where FSR doesn't really do much. Like it's just broken. It thinks it's on the wrong monitor. You're on the wrong monitor. That's not the right monitor. Okay, FSR. Let's put it on FSR quality then, I guess. So we're just hovering slightly below 60. If we turn it down a little bit. So we're on high on everything, which is pretty good. What do we want to turn down? Population quality. View distance, quality. I don't know. Okay, I might just leave it on high and we'll just see how it goes during this tutorial bit. But my god, this game is a ram hog. Do. Got such a fancy coat on. Blinded by the light. Woo.
How far did that portkey take us?
Why do I sound like you're coming from a can connected to another can via a wire?
So, those ruins. Do you
The
think...
portkey was meant to lead us there? I do. This has not been the day either of us expected. But Miriam sent
The
that
dialogue
portkey to George
seems
for
a little bit
reason.
disjointed.
And I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all right and wouldn't mind indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be.
I think if I wasn't recording, I'd probably hit 60, like consistently. Just because I'm recording, it lowers it a little bit. But it's really consistent. It's not like dropping up and down like crazy.
Where do you suppose your wife got the portkey that brought us here?
A good question.
Can you jump
Miriam
freely?
spent years searching for
Yes, you
evidence
can.
of a
Nice.
long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
Ancient magic?
Yes, a powerful magic wielded by a rare few that seems to have been lost to time.
I used to think that the instant kill spell was pronounced
Hogwarts Castle was
abracadabra
built
when I
by
was young.
and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know where she came into possession of the portkey, but I am certain it was to do with that search. Ah, there's the path down below. This way.
It's got a pretty crazy scale to it. Kind of reminds me of the first, like, planet from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Kind of an odd comparison, but
sir,
that's the vibe it gives
Why
me.
was your wife searching for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam wanted to understand why such powerful magic disappeared from the wizarding world. Spoke of the good it could do. But magic is no different than any power. What really matters
Why don't we just
is
use
the
guns?
one who wields it.
Is that ice?
It's not cold enough here. It appears to be a sort of enchantment. Someone wanted to block this path. Let's see some of that one work you
Something
were
about this
practicing.
ice is
Focus
quite
on
demanding.
the center.
Basic cast. New spell unlocked. Perform basic cast. Boosh. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, that drops the frame rate a bit.
Excellent!
Use your camera to select an active target. Some players prefer to select targets and move the avatar with the same thumbstick by disabling camera relative targeting in settings. Can I, like, aim freely? Like, manually? Whoa. Fancy bastard. Whoa. Whoa. You can, like, get your wand ready. Whoa. Wands at the
Was a
ready.
bit rougher than I'd expected. Your one work's improving with every cast.
Thank you, sir.
Is it? Is it like Skyrim? Screw you, pottery.
Ah, up there.
Do I need to give you a leg up? No, no, we can actually just climb. Nice. I must destroy all of the pottery. It is my... Oh, chest. Interesting. Money. There's money in this. What other currencies are there? Can I look at my like, inventory screen yet. No. Where's the battle pass? Whoosh.
We're close now. It's just ahead.
Pretty impressive. This comes out on last gen as
Steady
well,
yourself.
in like a few months' time, which is pretty mad.
Reparo!
So I think we're probably going to have to turn the settings down a little bit. And we're not in a very populated area yet. We'll see what it's like when we get to Hogwarts.
Almost there.
No, but with VRR on, you can't really feel the frame drops. Must destroy the pottery. Do you know Dumbledore? Is he alive yet? Has he been born yet?
I suspect they valued their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason. Let's have a look around for anything that seems out of place.
What, this? This looks slightly out of place, doesn't it? We have a mini-map, and I'm covering it. I need to move myself, then, to a good place where I'm not going to cover anything. Going over. There we go. That should be good. Hold up to toggle quest objective details. Oh, nice. You don't need to, like, go back into your menu to look at the quest.
Professor, this statue...
This may have been his home.
Really? Well, we could put FSR2 back to balanced because you can't really tell the difference in gameplay. Balanced. The path to Hogwarts. Jump. Achievement unlocked. Destroy all of the pots in the tutorial level. How do I... There we go. Get rid of it. Hop. 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 My voice sounds super echoey. I don't know if that's meant to be like that. If it will come up on the recording or not, but it sounds like it for me in my headphones. Maybe I've done something wrong. Can I explore? There's nothing to explore. Not really.
Professor, it's a mural of some kind.
Perhaps our host was a noted seer. Interesting.
A seer? Boo. I cast a
That
spell.
enchanted crystallized stone again. But what could it be blocking?
So there are a
What's
few
this?
stutters.
Professor Fig!
Whoa. Want me to break it? No, here he is. I don't even have ray tracing on, and look.
Odd.
Look at this.
Why would someone have conjured that enchanted stone here?
And how is there a room behind it?
What room? I don't see anything.
Of course you don't.
There's that glow again. Like the glow on the portkey container.
What in Merlin's name?
Wake the goblin. As a
Godric's
goblin?
heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
Gringotts. Hello? Buck Davis?
Hello?
Hello?
It can't be. Just a moment. Ooh. Wait a minute. Welcome to Gringotts
It is Gringotts.
Visiting Bank. Vault number 12, I presume. Precisely.
The key.
Fake it till you make it. We've got the key.
Your wife's portkey.
Oh, yes, of course. This way, then. Stay close.
Are we going to have a mini game like in the first Harry Potter game? Got to collect all the bloody whatever they were
After
coins.
you.
I don't want to go on the slippery floor anymore. So yeah, I've played
inside the cart.
every
If you don't
Harry
wish
Potter
to
game
lose them.
apart from the last two, where they just turned it into Gears of War. Whoa.
Vaults are there, Gringotts?
Jesus.
Hundreds. In fact, you'll see quite a few on our way to vault number 12. As we speak, we're just beneath the main lobby. The vaults you see now are the newest.
Was there a
Are
need for that
private entrances
barrel
to
roll
the
there?
bank common at Gringotts? They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have arranged for such a service.
Do a barrel
You
roll.
want to take a breath? A what? That waterfall washes away all enchantments.
No, really?
It's a security measure. Experienced the thief's downfall before, have you? Heard of it? These are the lower vaults that we're passing now.
How deep are we going?
Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was
So like we're in
founded
the
over
mines of
4
Moria.
centuries ago. It resides in the deepest part of the bank. Settle in. We've quite a distance to go.
Vault number.
Vault 12.
It's the penguin.
Momentous day.
On your way.
I can see his armband glowing, whatever that means. Choo choo.
Professor, the armband that guard was wearing was glowing.
Like the glow you saw on the porky container.
No, darker. I saw that same glow on the dragon's collar.
Yeah, what was that? We were just wondering about that goblin back there. He watches over the oldest section of the bank. Rare anyone goes there anymore. Here we are.
Not sure what I was expecting from the introduction, but it wasn't this. I thought we were going straight to Hogwarts.
Accessed? A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12. Until today.
It's a chest.
Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
It's a trap. It's a chest. 54.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you
The
might...
instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door.
Wait!
It's a trap.
Professor?
That was certainly unexpected. Let me think. There must be something here.
There's a glowy door.
Revelio, perhaps?
Revelio?
Yes, a revealing charm.
I would never have
No
guessed
time
from the
like
name.
present. Let's see what we're missing, shall we? Ready your wand
Ooh.
and focus.
Steady your wand and guide it along the symbol's path to learn the spell. Okay. Weird. Illuminati. Confirmed.
Revelio. There! I saw something.
Okay.
Move a bit closer and
get
try
it.
again.
I get it, I get it. It's like your Harry Potter vision. Hello, Step.
A door.
Ooh.
Well, that's a start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw on the port key container.
I do.
If what you
I'm
can
very
see
posh.
reveals the
I'm
way
English.
forward,
I come from
then
jolly
I
old
dare say
London.
we are about to discover the secret of this vault. Lead the way. Lumos. This is no ordinary vault. I suspect we will need to earn our way out of here.
What do you mean, earn our way out? Do you think this is some sort of test?
I do,
Revelio.
but to what end I can't say. Stay close. There will be no disapparating if things go poorly. Not out of Gringotts.
Fly, you fools. I hope we don't run into the Balrog. Is that what it was called from Lord of the Rings?
I see something up ahead.
What is it?
That glow again, but on the floor.
Whoa.
Lumos! What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
You seem to have caused the floor to change.
That statue.
What statue?
I see some sort of
It's
statue,
getting old now.
but only as a reflection in the floor. Revelio.
I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
It is. The reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait. When you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Each way.
Perhaps you should
I should cast
Lumos.
it. My flashlight. Can't I just have a lantern? Torch. Flashlight. You've acquired the wand lighting charm, Lumos, which has automatically been slotted into your spell slot. Lumos creates a light at the tip of your wand to help you see in dark areas.
Lumos.
Well done.
Now the reflection is turning towards me. It does follow the light.
Can we play chess? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Look out!
Oh shit, there's fucking QuickTime events. What year is it?
Descendo! Levioso! Deposo!
Okay then. Combat time. Woo. Boop, boop, beep. Boop, beep, boop, beep.
Confringo!
Okay, so you've got to block. Shit, I'm not very good at it, am I? No, don't kill them. I'm trying to block. I'm trying to... No! You're too powerful. Let me block them. You're too powerful. I need to block them. Oh God, I'm rubbish at parrying, even in Harry Potter. There we go. Stupefy! 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 Stupefy!
Stay close!
I'm here. Hold me.
Professor!
Hello?
Professor Fig! Professor, where are you?
Professor, where
This
are
isn't
you?
good.
I've pissed
Where
my
am I
pants,
supposed to go?
Professor. I'm scared.
What's happening?
I don't even know.
Wisps of
I haven't
magic
even
seem
had a
to
year at
be leading me
Hogwarts yet. I
somewhere.
don't even know how to fucking do anything. Oh God. I've only learned a fucking flashlight spell. It's rubbish. I'm screwed. Hello? Fig. Where are you? Figs are disgusting, by the way. Awful. Awful fruit. Hello? Ah.
Ah, that's where they're leading me. That glow again. Lumos.
I've been let off the
Ravenna.
reins now.
Suppose I'm on my own this time.
I've got to do both of them at once, probably. All of them at once.
Seems I have no choice. I'm going to have to fight my way out of here.
Oh. Oh, shite.
Protego!
Oh God, I'm rubbish at blocking. There we go. Stupefy! 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 Shoot them, Harry! I'm trying, Hagrid! I'm trying my best, Hagrid! Hold during Protego to stun enemies with a Stupefy. I've been doing that already. I'm a pristine wizard. I'm Harry Potter. Stupefy! Plums. Can't die in the tutorial. That would really be embarrassing. No. There's a lot of them, crikey. Wait. Whoa. Hello? Hello?
Lumos.
Follow Peter Molyneux's sparkly trail. I can sprint. Whoa. Bit hardcore for the first mission. Going into Gringotts and fighting statues, knight statues. This is pretty crazy first mission. I was expecting, you know, to like have to practice my spells against like scarecrows or something. Not get stuck right in. I have a bow tie. Bow ties are cool. There he is.
There you are. How did you... What is this place?
I don't know. But I found this.
So I picked it
floating
up
above that
without knowing what it
basin.
was.
That is no mere basin.
Ah.
That is a pensive for viewing memories. I wonder...
Are there memories in the bottle? Memories in the bottle, yeah.
Follow my lead.
Who is that? Who's that?
All is in place.
Charles Rockwood.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created
may be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival.
Percival?
We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
Bank. And that's how a wizard commits suicide.
That's what you're seeing.
Dark.
The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that Miriam had always believed existed.
How old were they? Were
never-
they in that memory?
Miriam,
It could be
and
ages
perhaps
ago.
George, died in pursuit of knowledge
Yeah,
that has
centuries.
been dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why. We were...
It all looks rather different than it did a moment ago.
Someone's coming.
Who were they?
I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in here.
I was right.
Ranrock.
Ranrock.
Seems my reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's vault.
And why are you here?
No need for that. Just give me whatever it is you found here and we can let bygones be bygones.
Sir, they had the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with
He's
the
gonna
key,
kill him.
and you didn't have
He's dead. He's dead now.
I have no patience for traitors. Now,
Bit dark in it. For,
Where were
for
we?
Hogwarts and Harry Potter.
I'm not giving you anything.
well, perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
It's like a lightsaber battle, only it's with wands. I think Harry Potter was the Star Wars of the 2000s, I guess. What the fuck? It's the Protector. Leg it. Run. Why are you just standing there? Move!
Are you all right?
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
Are we in the woods?
It can't be. It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here. Come. We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
Da-da-da-da, wizard, da-da-da-da, wizard. The wizard, wizard, wizard. Harry Potter and the school. Harry Potter and the broomstick. Oh. So I actually did the like test of like what house would you be in?
We haven't missed the
online
sorting
test, and I think I'm like a
I'm no
Hufflepuff
expert,
kind of
but
person, but I should probably
that
go in
seems more appropriate.
Gryffindor, really.
Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony?
Is that Simon Pegg?
Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet
What, like serious
the
Black?
headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Oop. Seems a bit stuttery on like camera cuts, and OBS dies. Oop. It's me.
Professor
me and me.
Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Have a seat. Who's the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher? Do I get to choose myself?
Ah, yes.
Yes.
A bit older than the others, aren't
Too
you?
old to be playing Harry Potter.
You come
Isn't
here
Harry
with
Potter just for kids?
preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I can't wait to start classes. I can't wait to explore.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder. I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
Daring, curiosity, loyalty, ambition. It's like the Fallout New Vegas test at the beginning with the doc. Ambition, loyalty, curiosity. Curiosity.
A desire to learn? I do enjoy a good puzzle, and I believe I have a ready mind.
You're clever indeed. You have the ability to reflect clearly on that which puzzles others. And you've a ready mind.
I think everybody else
Quick
is
to
stupid, and I'm really smart.
Perhaps you belong in
No.
Ravenclaw.
Choose a different house. Ravenclaw, known for intelligence, creativity, and wit. But I can't look like Harry Potter, be Harry Potter in the flesh, and then go in Ravenclaw. I've got to be Gryffindor. I've got to be Gryffindor. I've got to be Gryffindor. Sorry.
Possess a willingness to forge ahead alone when you must.
I'm role-playing. Jeeves!
Better be Gryffindor!
Gryffindor.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled.
No! No! Fuck.
Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether.
Bullshit.
But
I love the
don't
Quidditch
tempt
game
me.
on PS2. It was
you
brilliant.
are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before
I'll be dead
classes
before the end of the
begin
year
tomorrow.
anyway. Someone's gonna die.
I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
No.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way.
Hey, Jax.
It's most uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. This should be quite an adventure.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm a wizard.
I remember the first time
Wizard
I entered the
Harry.
Gryffindor common room after being sorted.
You were a Gryffindor?
I am a Gryffindor. Never could remember the password when I was a girl, however.
Password?
Password?
New glasses? No, I've got fake glasses on top of my
Password
glasses.
is Grata Domum.
Grata Domum.
You may enter.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
There's a tunnel like that.
Thank you, Professor
Weird.
Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Oh.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Right. It's very demanding on OBS. OBS is not handling it super well. There's a few issues. There's no like exclusive full screen option, which is annoying. Which I think is why OBS is not super happy. And it thinks I'm on a different monitor than I am, which is a bit weird. Pitch. Adjust the pitch of your character's voice. Okay, you can do that on the fly. That's good. Let me turn the camera sensitivity up a little bit. Okay, now we're going to see how the game actually runs in Hogwarts when it's populated. It's been okay so far. It's been a bit stuttery. Could be because of OBS. The game does pre-compile the shaders, so it shouldn't be stuttery, but games still somehow stutter, even when they pre-compile the shaders. VSync. Turn VSync off, maybe. I think if I lock it to 60, OBS might be a bit happy. I'm not sure if there's a driver out yet. I don't have a driver available for me. Ooh, it's a bit... When I like turn the camera, it kind of hitches a little bit. Okay, you can aim. You can aim freely now. Nice. Let me see. But the game is a... Look how much RAM it's using. Look how much RAM it's using. 22 gigs of RAM. 22 gigs of RAM. It's a bit blurry and washed out on the stream. I'm using FSR. I think I might restart the game anyway, because it thinks I'm on a different monitor. How do I quit? Exit game. Let me see. Is there a driver update? There hasn't been an AMD driver update for a long time, like 2 months. And the game takes quite a long time to actually start. Am I going to be playing Atomic Heart? Probably. Yeah, so the game actually prepares the shaders every time, no matter what. Shouldn't it only have to do that once? Bit odd. Like the shaders in Warzone. It's a very stable frame rate. You know, the frame rate is very consistent and stable. It's not like jumping up and down like crazy. Off Potter. Is it on the right monitor now? Does it think it's on the right monitor? Nope, still thinks it's on the wrong monitor. Quality. Upscale sharpness. So I've got everything on high. I don't have any ray tracing on. Sad face. Sad face. Can I switch monitor manually? No. I think, actually, if I go into... If I set it as... Oh, hang on. There we go. Default. Windowed? Jesus. Oh, God. It seems a bit clunky, this. Actual menus. 1440p. Windowed. That might be better, actually, like that. Okay. Let's see what it's like when we see all the people. All the people, so many people.
Revelio.
Revelio. Is that my broomstick? My broomstick. Oh wow, fun a slide! You must try it.
Catch bees!
What the fuck? Hello? Hello? What the? It's a ghost. It's one of the ghosts.
Revelio.
Hello? Hello? I mean, some of the Harry Potter tie-in games are actually really good. But all of the paintings move. Level 1 lock. The chests have got locks on them.
Must be different. Starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
In your 5th year?
Here's
Holy Jesus! What the hell? I'm not allowed up there.
That's off limits to me.
The stairs are no. The stairs are saying no. What about up here? Chest. I get screen tearing even with FreeSync on. FreeSync. You never work properly. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Can't open this. Level 2 lock. Boop, boop, boop. Hup, 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 hup. Turn, hup. Can I go down the banister? I want to slide down it. So it's either walk really slowly or sprint. There's no in between. Turn hop. Hello everybody. Introduce yourself to Cressida, Gareth, and Nelly?
Who does Nelly think she is, anyway?
A professor could arrive any you weren't born with wings now.
Get down from there.
I'm sure you'd use them.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe.
Oh, the face is...
Well, hello.
It's got like the Ubisoft
Don't mind
face
me.
problem.
I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor
There seems to be
Tower
a stutter on
from the
camera
outside,
cuts.
without a broom.
Which isn't great.
I'm Nelly, by the way. Nelly Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true?
Yes.
About the dragon?
Yes. It is true. It was terrifying.
It's true. I was almost killed. Professor Fig and I were lucky to escape with our lives.
How awful for you. And of course, that poor man.
Yes,
from the
he got
ministry.
eaten by the dragon.
But still, you got to see a dragon. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
It's messing with the stream a lot. Nice to meet you. What are people saying about my travels
What
here?
exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
Not afraid of heights, are you?
I take it you're not afraid of heights.
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother once found me on the roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms,
Yeah, well, I don't know why my voice echoes. I've got no idea. It's really weird.
You don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
Have you ever encountered a dragon? Have you ever seen a dragon?
I'd imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like
Yeah,
that.
so there seems to be a
Not
consistent
enough meat in a
stutter when the
carriage, I
camera
think.
changes. Not every time the camera changes, but
I'm sure I'll be
quite
seeing you
often.
around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
Bye! Don't climb back up there. Madness. Spin. Spin. House chest. Place.
Still not working.
The camera
Oh,
goes mad. It like overshoots. I can change the pitch of my voice. Maybe let's put it just back to normal. I was trying to make it sound the most like Harry Potter. Camera I think it might be the camera acceleration. Higher values mean smoother and a higher maximum speed. Aiming acceleration, follow camera speed. Maximum? Harry Potter sounds like a loser. What? How dare you?
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
I'm not Hermione, I swear.
Spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally.
I'm not Hermione.
It's not working. Ugh. Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly
not echoing
theatrical
anymore.
arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth.
Everybody's got circular
You're
glasses.
Professor Fig's protege.
I've studied with him.
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
Perhaps you just need a bit more practice.
A little more practice ought to do it.
I practiced all summer. I can cast spells more complicated than this
Feels a bit
one.
weird that we're
What's so
I'm
difficult
talking to
about
children.
this one? I'm just going to keep at it.
How hard is it to cast non-verbal spells?
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes.
Hermione,
And if you don't get it just
what does it
right,
mean
the
when
results can be,
my willy
shall we
gets
say,
hard?
Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
Can most students cast non-verbally?
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year, and even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
I wish you luck.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
So depending on what house you pick, you'll get different people to talk to. Jesus Christ, that was a massive stutter. Crikey. Oh, bloody hell. Jesus Christ. A lot of the other Harry Potter games had like actual open worlds to them. Like the 5th game had an open world. The 2nd game you could explore like on the broomstick. Like quite a lot of Hogwarts. So it's not a super new idea. Spin. Spin the globe. Spotted tea. Delicious.
It'll be the next Butterbeer.
Nuts.
And found out we were sorted into the same house.
Weasley.
Sure,
Another
you don't want to
Weasley.
try it? Brewed it myself.
Whoa, what's going on with him in the chair?
Hello.
Jesus.
You're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it.
Glad you and Fig are all
What's wrong
right.
with his face?
Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I.
Gareth Gates.
Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
That must be nice.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful
I'm dead
witch.
inside.
She'll have your back.
What's that in your mug?
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there, based on some reactions that may need a bit more work.
What's wrong with my eye? Do you have a knack for potions too?
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a
Yeah, a lot of
Wiggenweld
people have
potion.
freckles in this.
Though, I'm not
Pretty-
certain Professor Sharp
well,
would make the connection. He
he's
doesn't appreciate
ginger.
my,
Ginger people have a lot of
creativity
freckles.
as much as you might think.
Nice meeting you, Gareth.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth, and thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
Good luck.
New Gryffindor.
I'm
Professor
dead
Weasley's
inside.
waiting for you outside the
I'm
common
dead inside. Yeah, when you turn the camera fast, it kind of struggles. Eat an apple. Yeah, burn, 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 burn.
Isn't Sebastian
What if we put it... What if I turn... FSR off? None. And... Let's put it to Ultra. See what happens. Apply. Ooh. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, Ultra makes a big difference to the frame rate. Christ. But it actually looks... Actually... It does look better in, like, the shadows, I think. Like, the lighting and the shadows. But it's a very demanding game, clearly. 24 gigabytes of RAM being used. Christ. Yeah, not hitting 60 without FSR. Does it look that much different, actually? I don't know. Not super different. Yeah. Hopefully there's a driver soon. AMD, give me a driver. Okay. And now I can get 60. With FSR 2. Doo-doo-doo-doo. But there are some quite heavy effects in, like, combat and stuff. Yeah, it seems to be when you turn the camera is when the stutters happen. Ooh. So you've got to, like, break your back every time you want to get out of your house. Common room.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time.
I'm
Can't believe
dreaming.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light
My
of
first
your
day was yesterday,
unique
technically.
situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs
Oh,
at
your
the end of the
owls,
year.
yeah.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams.
But Harry Potter
They
never
will
had to
determine
do
what
any
type of career
exams.
you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education
there's a
at the
ghost.
Ministry, we've devised something
Is it John
extraordinary
Cleese?
to ensure your success. Here you are.
H for Harry Potter. Yeah, it stutters on camera changes and OBS does not like that.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide.
It's a book.
It will help you to keep track of what you are learning
You
so
tit.
that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing
It's
it
a
in
journal,
action
it's a
will
quest
answer any
log.
questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
It's a quest log.
This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Law. Harry Potter and
I
the
certainly
Grimoire.
would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
I'm right behind you.
Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it and...
Revelio.
Field guide page. This portrait depicts the wizard Barufio, famed for his brain elixir, and as an example of what happens when incantations are improperly spoken, he once said S instead of F and found himself on the floor with a buffalo on his chest. You've unlocked a field guide challenge. Your progress towards completing challenges appears here. 80 XP. Open the field guide. This is your wizarding level. XP earned from challenges increases your level and power. Your field guide tracks your current challenge progress. Select the challenges menu to continue. Collecting your first guide page unlocked a new challenge category. New challenges you unlock throughout your adventure will appear here. The Room of Requirement, Exploration, Quests and Combat. Collect field guide pages in Hogwarts. Rewards must be claimed from the challenges menu. Come back often to collect rewards. Inventory. Beasts. Quest items. Notes. Resources. Oh god. Oh Jesus, it's like Gotham Knights. Oh no. It's like every fucking game nowadays. The same UI as every game ever. Oh, it's like got a fully 3D map. Change map. The world map. And Hogwarts. World map? Oh, wow. Oh, yes, the God of War map. Holy shit. It's massive. Holy balls. It's big. It's a big game. Okay. It's big. Have I got anything? Yes. Black leather gloves. because the greens are better. So it's got like rarities of loot. Interesting. Oh, a cap. Oh my god. No. Neckwear. Scarf. Oh, that is an awful scarf. No. Broom, flying mounts, wand handles. 145 coins. Offense, defense. Offense. So now I can get the settings from here. Okay. It's like Destiny.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Music reminds you of Dragon Quest. Well, it's ripped straight from the movies. So...
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Why is there a chest in Hogwarts that I can open and get money from?
Ah, good timing.
Hello?
Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames.
Flue flames?
Your field guide contains a map of the
Oh,
castle.
is it fast travel?
Open it up and find Central Hall.
You've discovered a flue flame fast travel point. You can open the map at any time to fast travel to any discovered flue flames. Hogwarts is divided into two main areas. The left side of the map is where students and professors live and includes the house, common rooms, and the Great Hall. Select the south wing. In this view, you can see the flue flames available in that region. Green flue flames represent flames you have discovered, including your own house common room. Grey flue flames reveal the location of undiscovered flames. The right side of the map is where you'll find academic points of interest, including the astronomy tower, library, and greenhouses. Select the library annex. The Sentry Hall. I'm fast travelling. I'm fast travelling. Aren't I fast travelling? Like, oh no!
Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Where am I? I don't know where I am.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible.
Where's my
to
broom?
replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Can you tell me more about Charms class?
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan.
Ronan?
He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
What exactly is Defense Against the Dark Arts?
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
What's Hogsmeade?
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm afraid there isn't. There is, in fact.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins, and I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now.
Oh, hello, Professor
Speak
Fig.
of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you.
The field guide's map.
Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using
Yeah, there's
it
a
to
lot of
keep up to date on
tutorials.
your progress.
Well, I think
Yes,
there's
Professor.
a lot in this
Come and
game.
find
There's a
me
lot of
in my
mechanics, a
classroom
lot
after
going
you've
on,
attended
but
both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned.
it's so
And
dense.
we'll
There's
see
so
if
much
we
going
can't
on.
Get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Okay.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
No. It was nothing, sir. I hope I didn't say too much.
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility.
I mean, it has a pretty bombastic opening, so
and she may feel obliged to share details.
now you
with
have
the
like the slow
headmaster
bit where
that
you
would
learn
be better
stuff.
left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you
I
possess
believe you're too
obliges you
stupid
be
to understand how to
well-trained.
read a map.
Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good. You can track available quests from the map. Main quest will further the story, unlock new features, and grant XP. The field guide map shows Professor Hecat's class is in the lower section of the astronomy wing. I could get lost in the castle. I may need to use the charmed compass in the field guide to help me find the way. Okay. Some quests are locked by spell and or level requirements. In these cases, you need to be the required level and or have the required spell to activate the quest. New spells can be earned by completing Professor's assignments. This one. Oh, yes, no.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your
Can I go to
own
Hogsmeade
wand.
first?
You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Right. There's a page. Ooh, welcome to Hogwarts. Get the page. Get the page. How do I get the page? Get the page. Get the page. Do I need to shoot it? Oh, aiming with the controller is weird. Doesn't feel right at all. I hit it. But he's not doing anything. I'm so used to games having, like, things you can collect flying about. SEO. Can I leave? Can I leave Hogwarts? Oh, so it has to load it before it can open. Oh, 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 oh! The volumetric fog. Oh God, can't handle it. Oh no, Jesus. It's very. Oh, oof. Oh Jesus. Oh, now it's back. Ish. I mean, the system requirements for this game are pretty high. If I go to the store page, it says my graphics card for 1080p, 60 frames a second. So, yeah, I'm playing at 1440p. Maybe do 1080p. Well, technically I am rendering at 1080p with FSR, I think. Lower than 1080p with FSR. So I am running at 1080p internally, and it's upscaling. It takes a little bit to load into it after it's gone out of the book. The book. Oh my God. Jesus. Oh no. Oh, it runs really badly. Oh no. Oh no. How is this going to run on last gen consoles? Cat. What's wrong with your face? The cat's face is weird. Medium, medium. I think that's probably what I'm going to have to do. Medium. That made a big difference. Made a massive difference to the frame rate. I don't think that made any difference at all. It's exactly the same as it was. Jesus. It's still dropping to 30. Crikey. What the fudge? What about lowest? I mean, it recommends high. I mean, and the benchmark, by the way, doesn't... It's not a benchmark. It just applies default settings, which seems silly. So if I put it to lowest settings, I can actually... almost get 60? No? Yes? Maybe? No? It doesn't look bad at lowest settings. There's such a small difference between game settings these days that low doesn't really look low at all. Not really. I feel like I'm CPU bottlenecked now, really, though. It was working so well in that opening mission. The opening mission was really smooth. And now it's not. Now it's not. Map. Side quests are now available. How do I leave? Where's the front door? I don't know where the front door is. I think this is the front door, maybe. I think that's the gate out there. Oh, it's the greenhouse. The greenhouse is Lenora. So can I put a custom waypoint to like get out of the map? I just want to see if we can go outside or not. I can't put a custom waypoint. What the fuck? Boo! I can't put a custom waypoint at Hogwarts. I can now. How do I rotate it? You can't rotate? You can't rotate the map? Where am I? How do I get out of here? Ugh. I want to see that bit where I was. Which was where? I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, I think it's to the left here. I put a waypoint down. Can I? It won't let me put one down here. Like, no, not allowed. I can put one there. But I don't get an actual
This cannot possibly be
dot. I don't get a dotted line for it. Just have to follow it and hope I get there. A suit of armor making noises. Locked. I can't get out. I'm not allowed out of Hogwarts. Well, it's very stuttery as you wander around the map. It was fine. It was fine, and now it's not fine. Oh no. Wait for the drivers. Yeah, I wasn't planning on playing a lot tonight anyway because I'm really tired. I just wanted to like play an hour or two of it, and just see how it is. No full screen again. Oh, crikey. Well, from what I can tell with FSR, it's really hard to tell the difference between balanced and quality. Once you go underbalanced, you can tell that it's not native, but it looks like native even at balanced. FSR 2 is pretty damn good. Oh, Jesus. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. These menus are awkward. Uncapped. 5 million frames a second. If I put it on recommended, all high. It recommends all high. Oof. Got some pretty nasty traversal stutter. Ew. Yikes. Like as soon as you start moving fast around the environment, it just starts stuttering. What's it going to be like when I get on the broomstick and start flying around outside? It's going to be a nightmare. Probably because the frame rate is uncapped. I doubt it. Nope. Nope, still bad. Whoa, Jesus. Oh, yikes. Oof. 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 It's really not, because it was working really well in the introduction. But the introductory mission, I guess, is just like it's an isolated level. It's not in the open world at all. What the fuck? Just the evil within? So now that we're in the actual game world, it can't really handle it. Hello? It's fine if I stand still.
Revelio. Lumos.
Oh. What the fucking Jesus. I just cast the light spell and it's dropped to 22 frames a second. What the fuck? What the fuck? What? Put it away. And now it's back. Oh my god. Okay, the light spell kills the frame rate. Oh. Now it's fine again. Now it's fine. That must have been a weird bug. No. 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 It's gone down again.
Lumos.
Because it's like casting loads of shadows that aren't there normally. It just completely tanks the frame rate. I guess. Jeez Louise. Well, this... well... I'm hoping this is just... like, pre-release shit. You know, early access shit. Because technically the game doesn't release until the 10th. This is the early access period. So maybe drivers will help. Maybe it'll be... I don't know if there's like an actual day one patch yet or not. Because it's technically minus day 3.
Lumos.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's a problem. Completely tanking the frame rate whenever you use the light spell. And then it's fine. Now it's fine.
Lumos.
My god. Okay. Okay. 13 frames a second. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's back. Oh, Jesus. Gone again. Oh, it's back. What the fuck? It just suddenly goes for no reason and then it comes back. It doesn't always do it, but it does it like 50% of the time. which is enough. What the shit? Oh. Just seems random.
Lumos.
Cat, no. Hmm. And I can't get it to do it anymore. What in the goddamn name hell is wrong with this game? What? What? What?
She's always showing off about her puffy.
Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Lumos.
Oh! 8 frames a second. 9 frames a second. What the fuck? And then it's back again. No, 24 frames a second. Back to 60. Wow. Did they test this at all? Did they walk around Hogwarts with the light once to see that it just completely tanks the frame rate into GoldenEye frame rate? Turn shadows and lighting to low and try it again. There's no actual lighting setting, just shadows.
Lumos.
Oh, no. It's like if you go to specific spots with the light out, it just dies. But it's repeatable, like over and over again, which should be a pretty high priority bug to fix if you can repeat it over and over again. I mean, I guess you have to make it happen, but still.
Lumos.
Weird. Weird. Very weird.
Lumos.
And now I can't get it to happen here. Again. How weird. It's like it happens, you can make it happen like 3 or 4 times, and then after that it doesn't do it anymore. I wonder how many hidden places there are where you can make the frame rate just die by taking the light out.
Lumos.
It will be my mission to find all of the places where the frame rate dies. That's fucking weird. That looks a bit broken, doesn't it, that shadow? I mean, it could be because I'm on low, but it looks weird. That shadow shouldn't be like that. Ugh. It still does it on high. I thought maybe it could be because it's on low, but no, the shadow is like broken if you take the light out.
Lumos.
And it does hurt the frame rate a lot. Like 20 frames a second drop by taking the light out. Oh, 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 oh. Yep, another place. If you just take the light out here, it drops about 30 frames a second. What's it doing? I'm in an open area. It's not casting any shadows. There aren't any shadows to cast. It's not shadow casting off of anything. What the fuck? I have a real-time frame rate lock.
Lumos.
Drop it down to 30. Drop it back to 60. Bring it up back to 60. 30. 60. Real time, baby. I guess because it is real time, it's changing the lighting real time. It just chills it.
Lumos.
There's something in there.
But only in certain places. Your polyjuice potion, so you can pretend to be a mouse.
On another adventure, are we?
I don't know, and a lot of the corridors are quite dark, so I think you would actually like to take your light out to try and see the detail, and then the frame rate just plummets if you do that. I mean, the amount of RAM it's using is crazy. That's like Premiere Pro level of RAM. How much RAM does it say on the actual store page? 16 gigabytes of RAM recommended. If I go to the discussions, PC performance. Was fine, yeah. Was fine at the start. I think a lot of people are taking that opening mission where it runs completely fine and thinking, yeah, it runs good. And then they get to Hogwarts and it just dies. And the game has ray tracing as well, which is crazy. Hogwarts Legacy PC performance is terrible.
Hogwarts Legacy is now.
Jesus. That was loud. If you try and alt-tab the game, it just dies. I think if I put it in windowed mode, it would be okay. Oh dear, maybe not. And now, problem is OBS sometimes then gets stuck. OBS is now stuck. It's too early to see what other people are getting in terms of performance. People are just doing that little opening bit and thinking it's fine. I'm just stopping the recording bit, which should fix it. If I stop the recording but just keep the stream going, how much is OBS killing it, I wonder? I don't think... No, it's not. OBS was not killing it. It's still bad. Bonk. It still stutters. The frame times are still erratic.
Ugh, what am I missing?
Yep.
Protego.
Protego?
Lumos.
Oh, Jesus. Yep, it wasn't OBS. Because it is quite demanding recording and streaming at the same time. But it wasn't OBS. It wasn't OBS. Froggy chair. Potato. Fucking potato. Ooh, the hell? Oh, these are all the spells. You can see what they are before you even actually get them. Spoilers! Spoilers! My RAM usage has gone up after I closed the one tab I had open. Yeah, I think people are going to be shocked when they get to Hogwarts. And it just dies. I keep checking for updates on the AMD Radeon software. There's nothing. There's no updates. Well, we got a slight taste of the game. The game actually seems cool, but yet again, let down by PC performance issues. Technically, we're in the early access period of it, so maybe when it officially launches, it will be better. I don't know. I think this game actually probably plays quite nicely with a mouse and keyboard, actually. So I might end up playing it with a mouse and keyboard. If there's going to be a lot of manual aiming, then maybe I'll use the mouse and keyboard. It's got different UI as well, and it changes on the fly. So the game seems good. The opening mission was awesome. And then there's like tons of tutorials. Just hopefully they can fix the performance problems. Yeah. 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 But yeah, the game actually has pretty nice mouse and keyboard controls. It feels good, actually. Feels better than the controller, which surprises me. Yeah, it feels way better with the controller, with the mouse and keyboard. Way better. We're going to check back on the 10th. If there's no update for the drivers or the game between now and the 10th, I'll wait until the 10th. Yeah. I can wait. I can wait to play it. Yeah. I wish games worked properly. I wish games worked properly. It's all these massive open world games that all run like shit. Forspoken, Hogwarts Legacy, other games, Cyberpunk, The Witcher 3. PC performance is in a dire state lately. Every game. What was there a single game that has launched in a good state recently? Hi-Fi Rush launched in a good state. That's about it. And that was a game they announced and released at the same time. Oh god. Cat. Cat just started to have like a furball then. He ran out the room. Can be my parents' problem. Just, yeah. Hi-Fi Rush really showed up everyone else, pretty much. A game that they just announced release. No build-up. It's perfect. It's polished. There's nothing wrong with it at all. And it's one of the best games of the year. So, yeah. And it's not full price. It's half the price of a regular game. It's got plenty of content. They could have easily charged £50 for it. You know, you've got the 10-hour campaign, plus a load of stuff opens up after you beat it. New game mode, new secret doors, customization for your character. Yeah. I wish more games were like Hi-Fi Rush and less like this. when they actually release. You can get a hat. I wish reviewers got PC code along with console code. It's that RAM usage seems insanely high as well for no reason. It's just really bad. Really bad. And this is balked as well, really. Keep saying it's on a different monitor. There's no exclusive full screen option. Let's play it on my integrated graphics. See if it's any better. You gotta restart it to do that. Look, if you click Run Benchmark, this will run an automatic hardware analysis. That's not what a benchmark is. That's not what a benchmark is. God damn you. It's just so annoying because it's not the game. Things other than the game get in the way. You know, the technical side gets in the way of the actual fucking game. Every game lately, it's the technical side that just gets in the way of actually playing the game and seeing what the actual game is like. Every game. Every game. You can't enjoy the game for what it is because they can't even get the basics right of getting a playable game. Set your desktop resolution to what you normally play games at, as if you run at 4K for review. And the game forces you to run at native desktop res in a window for upscaling the game to. What? What? What the fuck? This is balked as well. When you spin the camera around, it just dies. You can jump. You can jump freely. Oof, Christ. My days. The horrific traversal stutter.
Why would anyone?
Whoa.
This cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems.
I killed myself. No. No. Not allowed. well, yeah, I think we'll end it here then for now, for today. Yeah, we'll wait for a patch or the official release date. But thank you for watching. And it started off well and ended up a disaster, like every major release these days. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. 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 Bye.